Hello and welcome back. Some things have been happening in the Amberverse. It's getting exciting again, thank God, despite the fact that Amber hasn't uploaded in getting on for 3 weeks now. My God, her August paycheck is going to be terrible. There's definitely some things afoot. It seems like, well, we know for a fact that there are people who know some things. Hecticana knows some things.
I was confident that Romeo existed. The reason I was so confident is because not only did I know about Romeo, I also knew that Amber was really mad that I knew about Romeo, and I also knew for a fact that Amber was really, really mad because she didn't know how I knew about Romeo. And this is for Amber because I know you're watching. If I know about Romeo, what else might I know about? Now, obviously, if there was any information that I had that could potentially keep somebody from being harmed or, anything really serious or important, I would share it. But what else might I know, Amber? I mean, I'm not going to share anything without permission, so I don't have anything to share at this moment. But let's just say I'm locked and loaded.
And we know that Amber was really annoyed and really confused, how the hell did Hecticana know about this kitten? Put it this way, I'm pretty sure that Hecticana is not the only person who this source has spoken to, and I think that things are probably going to start coming out.
She was going to marry Emily, and then she dug her fucking nails into Emily's skin and body slammed her. Ridiculous. Anyway, I've lost my train of thought by exposing her physical abuse. More to come as well, Amber.
Anyway, that being said, we're going to go ahead and watch a couple of apathetic facts edits of Amber's 2 recent live streams. I was going to react to both of them, the whole thing, but they're an hour each, and the videos I would make, you know how much I talk, those videos would end up being genuinely 2 hours, and I just don't think anyone has time for that, including me. So instead, we're going to go ahead and watch these apathetic fact kind of edits. God bless you, Apathetic, for putting these together for us. So let's go ahead and watch these. We're going to do both, so the 2 live streams happened over the last couple of days. In the first one, Romeo, who is Amber's new cat, gets revealed. We all already knew about it because Hecticana told us. Hecticana has a source, so I expect there will be some things occurring in the Amberverse as time goes on. I dare say it will all come out in the wash cloths. I'm sure we're all on the edge of our sinks for that. So let's watch this one together, shall we? This is the first one where the cat peeps up over Amber's shoulder without her noticing, and then we're going to immediately go into the following live stream, which is the one where Amber pretends that the cat didn't pop up and then actually reveals the cat. Here we go. I, for one, am excited to react to the Queen again. Let's fucking go.
We now have String Queens for $9.99, which is where a lot of you are at right now. But now we have a String Queens mini.
Okay, so sorry, just to quickly dive in here, because I did skip the little funny intro that Apathetic has. Amber has added another tier to her membership. No fucking idea why she's done that. She's basically done one that's cheaper, but gives the exact same benefits as the more expensive one, and then she's leaving the more expensive one there because some people want to support her financially. No idea what kind of crazy people want to do that, but whatever. That's what we're diving right into her explaining here. So we'll watch this together, and some of it might be chopped a little bit, randomly, because it is just what Apathetic obviously thought was the most important parts of the live, but we'll see what we can get from it. It's definitely got the key moments, and also amazingly we can see the chat here as well on the right hand side, which is great because we can see what Amber's reacting to, which we wouldn't have been able to see if it wasn't for that. Okay, let's go.
So anyone who is doing the $9.99 one, you can cancel that and join the $4.99, so you could be part of Stream Queens mini.
I'm pretty sure that she's doing this because she's trying to make it look like she's not doing the live streams to make money. So she's like, oh, don't worry, I don't even need your money. Instead of doing the $10 one, you can just do the $5 one. But I think that that's quite performative from her, to be honest. She says that she's done it so that she can gift memberships. I don't fucking know. Let's keep watching and just let this unfold a little bit more because it has only just started.
So you're getting half off. There's now gifted memberships, but the thing is, I'm live streaming from my phone. I can't give away free gifted memberships, and I had no idea. So I'm going to pay to gift people right now, which I can do from my desktop.
It's quite strange to me that she's trying to make it seem like she doesn't know how memberships work. She's had memberships on and off for multiple years, so this is really strange. There's also this whole thing where she's trying to make out that she didn't know that if she did public live streams where only members can chat, that non-members can send her super chats. She was like making out a little while ago in a live that she didn't know that. Bullshit, she knew. She's been doing this for so many years, come on. She just loves trying to control the narrative and make it seem like it's not about money. She hates doing YouTube. The only reason she's here is for money. So pretending that there's any other reason to it is just fake, and I think that's what she's trying to do here.
So I'm going to pay. Oh wait, I can't do it free. I was lied to on Google. See, this is why when you Google stuff, sometimes the information is wrong. So
Oh my god, crazy. You know what else it is? It's because when you Google stuff now, it's not even information. It's like an AI overview. There's some setting you can change to make that stop. But yeah, it's like AI is sometimes wrong. Oh my god, groundbreaking. She had no idea. ChatGPT is her best friend, I think.
I'm going to be sending. Oh my god, I thought I was going to have to pay. I was totally ready to do that. Okay, so this is going to be for Stream
She was totally ready to do that, allegedly.
Queens Mini, which means you guys can speak to me. Because I've decided I'm actually not even gonna because at the end of my live streams, I've been going public for a few minutes, and I'm just like not gonna do that. It's just gonna stick to the membership thing. My last live stream was bad. It was so bad. As you guys know, at the time, I increased my Zoloft dosage. I went from 50 milligrams to 100 milligrams, and I did that for 4 days.
I had a little Google, and that's actually like a normal, it's a normal step to make. I think people know that already. I also think that she's so black and white with her thinking, as I've said before, that there's nothing that valuable about, from hearing her point of view on stepping up Zoloft or being on Zoloft on general, which by the way, in the UK, it's called sertraline, which I didn't know. When I saw the name sertraline, I was like, oh, sertraline, I've heard of that, but Zoloft I hadn't heard of, so just interesting. But yeah, the step she took was a normal step. So I think she just gives, I don't even know why she mentions her medication, to be honest, because the way she talks about it is so unhelpful. I feel like she'd be better off just not mentioning it.
I felt miserable. I'm telling you, the side effects I was having, I wasn't okay with. So I contacted my doctor and I went down to 50 milligrams again, and I feel so much better. So we're back. We're already on like day 2 of being back to my 50 milligram.
She's so dramatic because when you start taking Zoloft, as far as I understand, it takes like 6 weeks for you to even feel the effects of it. So I feel like there's no chance that taking it a higher dose for 4 days and then stopping taking it and then claiming that 2 days later she feels so much better. It takes, as far as I understand anyway, it takes way longer than that to actually work. And also you have to give it time. She claims that she came off it because the side effects were too bad, but the side effects go away after a while if you keep taking it, as far as I understand. It's the same thing as she did with GLP-1s. She didn't give it long enough to actually start working. All she's ever done is the starter dose, which is not a therapeutic dose. So she's so frustrating when it comes to medication. Anyway.
And already my mental health feels better. I don't feel tired anymore. I was having the craziest symptoms. Like
after 4 days, girl, come on.
My face was feeling like just so hot and so flushed. I was tired. I was crying again. And I understand that
I'm just going to pause. I love that I was crying again. Like she was crying a lot when she was on the 50. That's when she had that massive meltdown about being accused of letting Rarity out on purpose, which, by the way, the further we go into the situation, the more I find out about Amber, the more I believe that she did let Rarity out on purpose, even if she did it thinking that Rarity would come back and hoping that and intending for Rarity to come back, and then was like, oop, when she realised that Rarity wasn't going to come back. I don't know, but I just know that I don't believe that the whole thing was completely a mistake. I really, really don't.
Side effects could go away or whatever, but I just didn't even want to deal with it because 50 milligrams was working for me. So have you seen this stuff about narc? So I have.
So you'll already know, and I think Apathetic might put a little TLDR in here. Narc is the reaction channel who allegedly had this heart attack on a live stream. Amber was live herself when it happened, and people told Amber that Narc had had a heart attack, and Amber said, oh, I'm trying to find my sympathy bone. The problem is that Amber believed that narc alert was having a heart attack when this happened, and she said that. So regardless of whether narc alert's heart attack was real or not, it doesn't matter, because when Amber said this, she thought the heart attack was real, which makes her a horrible, insensitive person. But we know that already. We already know she's horrible and insensitive. Some of the stuff that this girl has done is wild. I believe that there's more to come as well. So yeah, my feeling of dislike for her only grows and grows, I have to admit.
I have screenshotted like a lot of the messages I've received on Instagram, and my choosy
Show the screenshots. Show the screenshots, girl. She's always like, I've screenshotted this, I have this, I get these messages. Show them, sis.
dosage, what? And my jaw is genuinely on the floor.
Of course it is.
I have had so many people apologize to me. No matter
Apologise to you, why? What, apologise to you for having a problem with the fact that you said that you couldn't find your sympathy bone about somebody else having a heart attack? But they don't need to apologise to you, because when you said it, you thought she was having a heart attack, and you still said it. So nobody needs to be apologising to you, hun. No way. Insufferable.
what you do to me, if you apologize to me, I'm gonna accept your apology.
This is more of that performative. I'm a good person. No matter what anyone does to me, I'm such a victim. I'll forgive anyone who says sorry to me. Yeah, sure, but we've seen, like, that's not actually the best way to be. Like, you can accept every apology. It doesn't mean you have to forgive everyone. But to be honest, I don't even believe that she accepts every apology. I think that Amber's understanding of who she is as a person is so very different from who she actually is that anytime she expresses an assertion of the kind of person she thinks she is, you can be quite sure that she's actually not that kind of person, if that makes sense. Guys, I don't know what's going on, but my nose is so fucking itchy right now.
A lot of people that are like, you know what, girl, like, I'm sorry for following narc alert, believing anything that she has said. It's very
But the thing is, like, following narc alert, if narc alert's turned out to be a liar, by the way, I only just about know who fucking narc alert is anyway, but if narc alert turns out to be a liar and an awful person, then that's crap, and people who follow her can be like, oh no, she's awful, we didn't know, I just spat. But there's no need to apologise to Amberlynn Reid for that. Amberlynn Reid is awful herself. This whole bit is just so funny. Let's let Amber expose herself a bit more with the stuff she says, and we'll react.
very clear that narc alert is the one that's a narcissist. Like, these people are telling me, like, you're a normal human, but the things that people have recently discovered about narc alert has, like, genuinely...
What I don't get though, like, why is she comparing herself to narc alert? She's saying, oh, people are saying to me that I'm a normal person, but narc alert is a narcissist. How about if you're both narcissists? And why do you even have to compare yourself? Like, it just makes no sense to me. She's just trying desperately to make herself look better. She's using the fact that something bad has been exposed about somebody else to try and make herself look better.
Left my jaw on the floor. So the whole sympathy bone thing, like, I remember that so well. So I was dressed up as a Monsters Inc. character. I was live streaming, and someone said that the narc alert had a heart attack. And I was high in this live stream, might I add.
That makes no difference. Look at this funny screen I've paused on. You being high is not an excuse. The fact that she's even mentioning, like, I was high, that's her trying to make this into an excuse. There's no excuse for this. Saying that you can't find your sympathy bone about somebody having a heart attack is not excusable because you're high. She's excuse-lynn constantly.
I remember I was feeling very overwhelmed that live stream.
Another excuse.
And I remember feeling like I was in my era where I genuinely hated reaction channels.
That is fair. I understand her hating reaction channels. If there was a group of people out there who knew a load of stuff about me and were making videos about me and exposing me, I would probably hate them too. That makes sense. I will say that the people who say that Amber should be completely fine with reaction channels, and not, like, I think she should be fine with the fact that they exist because they keep her relevant. But in terms of her liking them as people, of course she doesn't. Like, nobody would. I really don't think anyone expects that at all.
Amberlynn always comes out on top, Leslie. No, I don't, but thank you. You know, I knew a lot about narc alert, like the horrible things that she would say about me and such, and like I really disliked her. And so when someone was like, the narc alert, you know, had a heart attack, like my brain was not there fully.
Yeah, it was. It was there. Your brain was there, and what you said is your responsibility. Take responsibility. Just go, yeah, I said it, and I shouldn't have. Like, whoops, sorry, it was rude. I shouldn't have said it. Don't be like, my brain wasn't there. I was high. That's not a fucking excuse. You said it. Like, be an adult and just go, yeah, I said it. I shouldn't have said it. It was dumb. Like, that's it. You don't need to like be like, oh, I was high and here's a load of excuses. Just admit that you're rude sometimes and you do stupid shit sometimes. Everyone does. Why is it so hard for you to just admit that? It's so annoying.
For a monstrous of reasons, I became a monster.
Yeah, you are you are a monster. To be honest, the things that are coming out about Amber, she's a fucking monster.
Literally said, I lost my sympathy bone. And it became like a meme, if you will. Like, literally.
Imagine laughing. It became a meme, if you will. Ha ha ha. Me saying that I have no sympathy to somebody having a potentially, end of life event. But it's so funny. Ha 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 ha. Like, no, girl. You're awful.
That's not me as a person.
It literally is. If you do something that is part of who you are as a person, your brain thinks that that is an okay thing to do at the time for whatever reason. And sure, there might be excuses or reasons or whatever why your brain did that, but at the end of the day, it still did it. You need to take responsibility and admit. Just be like, oh, I fucked up there. That's it. Why is that so hard for her?
I remember I looked over at my girlfriend at the time, and even she was shocked that I said that, because that's not something I would ever say to someone, especially when it comes to something like that.
Except that you did. So it is exactly the kind of thing you would say to somebody, because it's exactly what you did say. So the hypothetical you who wouldn't do this doesn't exist, because the real you who did do it is sat right there and is on video having done it. So being like, that's not me. No, that's you. And that's something that's true about you. So just admit it. Why do we have to play this weird excuse game all the time? It's really strange.
I think I even shocked myself, to be honest. So I did end up apologizing publicly, just based on the messages I have received on Instagram.
Someone's given her this super chat. When you get on live, you have attitude. Why is that? That's funny. Yeah, she always does. I think she comes onto her live streams expecting to be ripped, which she deserves because she is horrible. She does have an attitude when she comes on these live streams. Absolutely. That super chat is very accurate.
A lot of people have been like, you know what, the narc alert has like constantly brought up the fact that like you made fun of her because she had a heart attack. She never had a heart attack. It was something that she lied about, and she kept.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. You thought she did when you made the comment. You thought she did, so it doesn't matter either way.
Up the lie, and a lot of people have messaged me saying like she kept up the lie just to like make it seem like you're some awful person, when really in fact like the narc alert is the one who's like awful or whatever. And
no, you're awful. The narc alert might be awful too, but you are also awful.
Something about like the narc alert is like like throwing things at people and like.
Do you remember that story when Amber threw a Red Bull can at was it Destiny's head? I can't actually remember right now whose head it was, but she definitely has been accused of throwing things at people before. She is so abusive to her partners.
Screaming and like getting really pissed off when she doesn't get her way, just like crazy stuff. And my jaw is just genuinely on the floor.
So basically, the TLDR is, Narc Alert has allegedly been quite the bully to her mods, just being straight up mean and rude to even the nicest of them. Well, there's been an inevitable fallout between Narc Alert and her mods and the people in her Discord, and now her mods are coming out, claiming she faked her heart attack. This is a message from one of them sent to Amber. It says, "Hello, you don't know me, but I'm a recent ex-Narc Alert member. Last night, all of her mods and paying members abandoned her Discord. As it turns out, she is a truly toxic person. It's been learned from her mods that she never had a heart attack. It was a false reading, and she's been going on about that sympathy bone comment for years." Amber replies, "She seems like a narcissist herself. She's a sad..."
This is crazy because Amber's saying that she seems like a narcissist. She's a sad human. I'm not saying that Narc Alert isn't. I don't really know a huge amount about Narc Alert as a person, although it sounds like if they knew that they didn't have a heart attack and they said they did, then that's pretty awful. But I think there is a disconnect between somebody else lying about having a heart attack and you saying something awful when you thought that they did have it. I don't know who shared this. I don't know if Amber shared this screenshot or if the person who messaged Amber shared it. But I do think that it's kind of ironic seeing somebody who has so many narcissistic tendencies and history, you know, calling somebody else a narcissist.
Human.
And that's why I named this sympathy bone, because I have received so many messages on Instagram, almost like,
what is up with her eyebrows? Sorry, they look really thick.
just back to back to back of people just like apologizing to me. And I think
Why are people apologizing to you? This makes no sense. Also, I don't fucking believe that. There's no way that people are messaging Amber and apologizing. If you've messaged Amber and apologized, let me know. But I really don't believe this.
it is about reaction channels is it's like, cool, okay, react to me, that's fine. But I think it's like the spreading of the lies and like calling me a narcissist when I'm like not.
Okay, hun. The only person spreading lies is you.
I thought I was for like the longest, not gonna lie. I just share a lot of BPD symptoms because BPD and narcissism, they do have a lot of like similar symptoms. They do.
Yeah, which is true. Which is why when you suspect that you might have one of them, you need to go and see a professional and talk with them and have therapy and get formally diagnosed. Part of the reason that you would get formally diagnosed is so that the professional can listen to your symptoms and talk to you and make an accurate diagnosis of what they think you have. Reading online about a bunch of symptoms is not diagnosing yourself. And Amber, you are lying about having a formal BPD diagnosis. You are lying about that. If I'm wrong, and I know you're watching this right now, by the way, do you like my rose tattoo? Cute, innit? The point is, you are not formally diagnosed with BPD. So you could well have NPD and you wouldn't know because you haven't seen a professional. And I'm sick of the fucking lying.
Two things can be true at once. She lied and you're rude. Yeah, I was rude when I said that. Thank you for the super chat. When you get online, do you have an attitude? Why is that? Oh, I don't have an attitude, love. But thank you for the super chat.
So patronizing. I don't have an attitude, love. Yeah, you do.
Why would you allow gifted members when you know a majority of your audience doesn't like you? Abby, oh my gosh. I think a large amount of my audience does like me. They're just afraid to like speak up about it.
That is the narrative that she would love to share, but it's not accurate. People are not afraid on the internet to stand up for the things that they believe in. If they hate you or if they love you, they will say it. This narrative that there are internet users who are scared to show support for Amber is a fucking lie. No one on the internet is scared to post their opinion on, you know, some fucking forum or some webpage or some comment section where you can't see their face or their real name. It's not true. She's lying. This is what she tells herself in her head to make herself feel better about the fact that people don't like her. She doesn't want to face the truth that the reason there are hardly any nice comments is because there are hardly any people who like her because she's awful.
So people have been asking about if I want to be uploading again. So my thing has been like not uploading at all. Like I've needed a break for real, for real. So what I'm thinking of doing is doing Sunday 8:30 live streams as per usual. Then Tuesday 8:30 live streams as per usual. I'm thinking I want to upload Thursdays and Saturdays. I'm thinking about it. They're just jealous of the Queen of Girl World. Oh my God, who's that? Who is Narc Alert and what does she do? April, oh my gosh, thank you for the super chat. Narc Alert is a reaction channel and people found out she's awful. Do you think we will ever get Stream Queens emojis? See, I don't know how that works.
Work it out. Work it out on this, you know, on behalf of your paying members. For fucking you work it. Like, I don't even know how else to say that. Like, stop being dumb. Figure it out.
Can you please interact with me? You have said nothing to anything to me tonight. This is lame. Steve, you are always wanting me to speak to you. Like, so, like, you're so, like, obsessive about it. What is happening? Oh, it's hard. It's hard. It's hard. It's hard. There's a lot of people talking at once.
It's the only thing you do to make money. You haven't uploaded in nearly 3 weeks. This is your job. This is your only job. 2 hours a week. Oh, Christ.
Try my very best. Narc Alert claimed you would.
By the way, I just want to say, if I seem like I'm being super harsh in this video, it is because Amber has been accused of some really bad stuff. And I just think I need to be really clear here, because there are people who say in my comments, oh, I like you because you're not like other reaction channels, you are fair. And I think that that is really nice of people to say. And I think people say to me also as well, don't become really jaded, don't get all angry with Amber. I think at the moment I am angry with Amber. There's stuff that she's done that is so awful that I am angry with her. You know, I don't like her, and I do want to, sometimes in my videos, I am going to be pissy and rude and aggy because I am angry with her. I'm not going to do it about stuff that there's no proof for, or somebody's first-hand credible story is where it comes from. So if it's just like a random comment on something I've seen somewhere, yeah, I'm not going to believe that. But when it's coming from somebody's mouth who knows the person, I believe it, you know? So that's why I've got such a big problem with Amber at the moment. And I think that's also partially why this reaction might come across more aggy, because I literally just watched the clip of Mr. Snowflake telling us that Amber dug her nails into Emily's skin, among other things, with more to come. So, you know, it's very hard to hear that and not be like, what the fuck? So if I seem pissy, that's why.
Wished on a live on her, by the way. Another one of her lies. Oh my god, Freya, thank you for the super chat, and that is crazy. I would never in a million years wish that on anybody. I love you. Oh my god, you guys. You will never believe what happened last night. So we went to glow in the dark bingo, and I did my makeup. It was so pretty. I doodled all on my mom, like her whole hand and her arm. It was so
Do you remember doodling on your friends in like art class in like year 9? Would that be what grade? 10th grade? No, 8th grade. Don't know. But yeah, I remember doodling on people back when I was a kid.
so cool. They took pictures of me at bingo because I loved it. I was wearing these like LED light like pat ears. It was so fun. And one of the bingos there. Oh my god, I also have to tell you about this guy who asked for my number. Oh my god, it was so embarrassing. It was right. Oh, okay. Okay, there's a lot. Hold on. Yeah, it was super awesome. I wonder if they posted the pictures of me on their Facebook yet. I don't know. I won out of everybody there. I could not even believe it. So I won. So the thing is, it was going to be 2,500, but it was me and another person who won, so we had to split it. My jaw was genuinely on the floor. I could not believe it.
That
Oh,
is the third the third time her jaw was on the floor in this video, just letting you know.
it was so cool. And like when you win that big amount of money, like people like clap for you. It was so cute. About the guy. So me and my mom, we get there like a few hours early because we have to write down all our numbers. We have to organize our sheets, and we like spending time together, like sitting there talking. Like the vibe is so chef's kiss,
A few hours to write down some numbers, Jesus.
right? So we're just sitting there, and this woman comes up to me with a pen and a piece of paper, and my brain was thinking this probably a subscriber, so that's usually like what happens. They want like an autograph or me to write something for someone that they love, like whatever it may be, right?
Yeah, she's so famous. Yeah. Oh god. This is just another hilarious story of how Amber is so uber desirable. We'll let her get through it and then I'll give you my thoughts.
So the lady goes, my brother over there, and she like points, so like I naturally like turn around, and he's like, hey, and he does like a rock on sign. I thought maybe he was a
Ew.
subscriber. She goes, he wants your number, he thinks you're really cute. And I was like, my number for what? Like, what number? Like, I don't know why, but like,
You're so dumb. Your number for what? Well, she just said that he thought you were really cute. I mean, this imaginary guy, who doesn't exist, of course, said that he thought she was really cute. That'll be why he wanted your number then, right? Because he thought you were cute.
it wasn't computing that like he was asking for my number. You know what I'm saying? My number for what? What do you mean my number? Oh my god, it was so embarrassing. I had to explain like, like I'm not interested, because like I'm a lesbian. But yeah, it was super sweet. And she goes, so what's your name? And I was like, Amberlynn. And she goes, okay, I'll tell him. And I don't know, the whole thing was just like super sweet. And I was like, wow, that was really nice. Because I guess he saw me when I walked in, because I actually had to pass them to go get all my little like bingo sheets. It was a vibe.
The concept that she would walk into an establishment and listen, this is gonna sound. But just, we've seen the videos of Amber walking and weighing herself. The concept of Amber walking into an establishment, walking past people. Also, it's just occurred to me that she's claiming that she got there really early. So did this guy also get there really early? That's a little bit weird. But anyway, as she arrived, this guy was allegedly already there. She walked past him, and being honest, the walking is a struggle for her. So she waddled past him, and he looked at her and thought, oh yeah, that's a bit of me. I want to get on that. I want to get with that. I don't believe it. If it is true, and she's telling this story because it really did happen, then I kind of think anyone who sees a 600 or 570 or whatever pound person walking into a room and looks at them and thinks, yeah, I want you. I don't know, I kind of think that that person probably has some sort of issue going on, because there is something inside you that is designed to not find that attractive. And I think there's probably there could be, maybe I'm wrong, but some kind of power dynamic thing or some other kind of weird thing that's going on that makes you find that attractive. Because it's so, you can't have a relationship with somebody like that. You can't take them out. Can you have sex? I don't think so. I mean, yeah, you probably can, but it'll be heavily limited. There's just so many things that would be weird about the relationship. And imagine looking at someone like that and wanting that for your life. I just think that there must be something a little bit wrong with you. Is that really bad to say? I don't know. Let me know what you guys think, but I can't imagine looking at Amber and thinking, oh yeah, I know, I want to bring that into my life. No way. It's like wanting to be a caretaker for somebody. I can't imagine it.
You want your A1C? What? My friend died of obesity 2 weeks ago. Treat your body well. I'm so sorry to hear that. Rest in peace. Will you do a full body reveal? Um, Thank you for the super chat. Like,
That one there, that super chat, $4.99. I imagine she's not going to respond to that. How do you feel about Mr. Snowflake? Does he scare you for real? No, he doesn't scare her for real. She's trying to play the victim in any possible way she can. But let's see if she replies to that. If not, I think she does talk about Flake later. So let's let her just talk and we'll see.
you want me to stand up right now?
Oh, yeah. So the full body reveal super chat was after the Mr. Snowflake one, so she's probably not going to respond to that. Why would she do this? Will you do a full body reveal? And then I think she does it. I know she does it. Why would she do that? Very strange.
Okay. Okay. So there's boxes right there that I'm meaning to give my mom. But yeah, these boxes are just boxes I'm giving my mom. Hold on a second here. Is this real life right now?
Gosh, her hair is long, huh?
Okay.
She's dating somebody who likes big bodies. She must be, because why else would you do this? Look at the little smile. Look at the little grin. She's doing this for a reason. Haha. This comment, all black, something's different. Yikes.
I have
Sorry.
like my butt. I hate it. I hate it.
Is anyone going to explain to her that that's not her butt? That's the bottom of her back. Sorry. Also, she's like, I hate it. In a previous video where she was trying on clothes from Torrid, she's explaining how she likes clothes that fit in her butt area. So do you hate it or do you want to show it off? It's just not very weird. There's just always these little inconsistencies.
There we go. Are you happy? Did you get your way?
Did you get your way? Weird.
Oh my god. They were trolling me? I don't care.
She's talking there about the guy who sent his sister to ask Amber for her number were trolling her. Of course, this might sound awful, but yeah, they probably were. I feel bad, but yeah, that was my thought as well. They probably were trolling her.
Full body reveal. So quick to show her body. I usually don't. My first and only meal I've had today, I had Korean corn dogs for the first time. From my remembrance. Oh my god.
I love From My Remembrance. That My Remembrance is one of my favourite Amberisms. Just so funny.
Did you guys hear about Hulk Hogan? As a little girl, okay, so my parents would watch wrestling, right?
I'm just going to pause for a sec. Hulk Hogan was a known Trump supporter. He went to a Trump rally and stuff. And this isn't a political channel and stuff, but I think that Trump can rot. frankly. So
So as a little girl, like I don't know why, but I took on a liking to Hulk Hogan a lot. And I actually have a video clip of me. It's very grainy, very, very grainy. And I'm a little girl, like toddler, where you hear my mom in the background say, Amberlynn, do the Hulk Hogan. And I do the Hulk Hogan, and you hear my dad laugh. I will have to literally show it to you guys. It's very, very heartbreaking, TBH. Because I really
why?
did like him as a little girl. It's really weird. Please another lie.
Now, how about the Hulk Hogan? Hulk Hogan. Where's Grandpa? Amberlynn. Look at Grandpa do Hulk Hogan.
It's really weird seeing her as a kid, seeing this tiny kid, Amber, who is going to grow up to be Amberlynn Reid. It's just strange, really strange to see it. If someone had scooped her out of the situation she was in then and put her in a loving home, I wonder how different things would have been for her. It's very interesting to think about.
And then I get all
It must be weird for her to hear both of her parents laughing together after everything that's happened, like, in her family and between her parents. Must be kind of weird for her to hear that.
shy. Did you hear that all of the Narc Alerts mods left and then she deleted her Discord? I did. She's not as perfect as she was making herself out to be. She's not as perfect.
That was such a catty, bitchy comment. Like, she's not as perfect as she was making herself out to be. I don't know if she made herself out to be perfect. I doubt it, because I don't think anyone does that. Maybe she did. I have no idea. I don't know. I just think that wasn't very nice.
Perfect as you make yourself out to be either. Oh my god, I never act like I'm perfect. I am the most flawed person here, I'm sure. I am so flawed, and I have spent 12 years on YouTube showing those flaws.
No, you've spent 12 years on YouTube trying to convince everyone that those flaws don't exist, and then showing them by accident because you can't keep up with your own lies. That's what actually is happening.
You should charge more, to be honest. You always put a smile on my face. See, there is the real Amber couldn't help making a catty comment about Narc Alert. You didn't learn a thing. So, I don't like the Narc Alert. I mean, that's a given. The Narc Alert has spent plenty of time making catty comments. Probably, I want to say most reaction channels make catty comments at least every.
Also, can I just pause and say sorry really quickly? He was a MAGA rallier on the right-hand side there. Sad but not. He was a racist motherfucker. I think that is the case. If that's the case, then yeah. So yeah, she, of course she likes him. Talking about Hulk Hogan, by the way. But also, she's right. Reaction channels say nasty things about her all the time. I think she's fair enough to say nasty things back about them if she wants to. It doesn't mean that she's not a nasty person too, though. So if someone else does something nasty to you, that makes them, seem like a nasty person. But if you do it back, it makes you seem like a nasty person too. It's not like they did it to me, so therefore me doing it to them is fine. No, you're both as bad as each other.
Every minute while reacting to me. So yeah, I'm gonna say a few. There's nothing wrong with that. Do you like yourself? There's things that I like about myself. There's things that I dislike about myself. There's things that I love about myself. And there's things that I hate about myself. So what are you guys doing tomorrow? Tomorrow's Monday. I have to go to the vet tomorrow. So that's what I'm doing. I have to go to the vet, and then I have to call and make another appointment for something. Do one thing right. Hang
on a second. This was the Sunday live stream, and she's saying she has to go to the vet tomorrow. Isn't her mum working? So how's she going to get to the vet? I'm calling bullshit. How's she getting to the vet on a Monday if her mum is working? Because her mum takes her everywhere. So fair to say that's probably bullshit? What do you guys think?
A regular doggy walker. Oh, I take Twinkie out myself.
Okay, that really fucking pissed me off when I first saw that. I follow all the Instagram accounts, so I saw that clipped on Instagram. The person says, how come you haven't hired a dog walker for Twinkie? And she says, well, I take Twinkie out myself. Taking Twinkie out for a wee is not the same as taking her for a walk. Listen, I am sometimes on the farms, and I'm not going to lie to you guys, I have seen an aerial image of the area around what is suspected to be Amberlynn's apartment. Maybe I shouldn't say that, but I've seen an image, okay? I'm not saying it's for sure the real one, I'm not sharing the image, but I have seen an image. and it's concrete, concrete jungle. There is a small line of greenery where she might take Twinkie for a wee, where we've seen her in her videos take Twinkie for a wee. That is not the same as walking the dog. Amber is playing semantic fucking games here and trying to make it seem like she walks her dog because she takes the dog out for a wee. Not the same. Dogs need to actually go for a walk. You can see Amber. She can't walk. She's not walking any dogs. Like, it's just not true. And this person saying to her, listen, if you can't walk your dog, hire somebody who can walk your dog. Fair enough, right? And she should say, you know what, yeah, you're right. If I want to have dogs and I'm super morbidly obese and I can barely walk, you can still have dogs if you want to. There are really fat people who take care of their dogs. You have somebody else walk the dog, or you push yourself and walk it yourself. But if you physically can't, you pay for a dog walker, because you're a responsible adult who's taken on an animal and needs to take care of them. But once again, Amber willfully misunderstands this question on purpose. She either knows what the person really means and doesn't want to admit it, so she fakes that she doesn't know, or the other option, which I think might even be worse, she doesn't know that dogs need proper walking, but I don't think that's true. Everyone knows you have to walk your dog beyond just putting a lead on it and taking it out for a wee. Also, the next live we're going to watch, there's a bit, and I don't know if I'm going to catch it, so I'll mention it here, where she moves the camera and there's a bag on the side which is full of some kind of rubbish, and the stuff in the rubbish bag looks like puppy pads. I think Apathetic probably will pause on it when we watch that, so we'll see. But yeah, she's been accused of using puppy pads for her dogs to wee on, or her dog to wee on, and I think that is probably what she does, because there's no way, like, I let Molly out into our garden, I mean I walk her as well, but I let Molly out into our garden for a wee, like, I don't know, 5 or 6 times a day. Dogs often wee multiple times a day, particularly older dogs, so I don't know, man, this is just really poor from her, to be honest.
$10 was too much to join before, which I totally understand, like, that's crazy amount. You can obviously stay there, or you can move to the Stream Queens Mini, which is $4.99. I have not canceled the regular Stream Queens because some people have told me they want to stay on there just to support me, and I appreciate that so much. So the difference is literally just price. And like, I watch a lot of YouTubers who have like crazy ones. Like, there's some YouTubers that have like 100 a month. I would never in a million years. We're just going to stick to the 9.
Loads of people are commenting here, no sound, can't hear you, which is strange because I can hear her. So I don't know if these people are just like trolling, but I don't know how come I can hear her when these people are saying in the chat that they can't. She's also just carrying on talking. People pay for this. This is crazy.
$9.99 and the $4.99.
No,
Never
we
any higher,
cannot hear
never any
you.
lower. So, oh, Crazy Fangs is gonna stay at 10. Thank you. No, hun, you cannot move to Stream Queens Mini if you're already subscribed to the higher tier. You'd have to cancel and then move and rejoin. So yeah, you can. Thank you for making an option for me to afford. College ain't cheap.
Oh, I also wonder if maybe the reason there's all these comments of we can't hear you is because Apathetic has edited it and taken out the bit where they can't hear Amber. Maybe? Not sure.
Oh my god, college is so expensive. I totally get it. I remember when I was in college, one of the...
I totally get it. She went to university, like, what was it, for not even 1 term? I remember when I was in college, girl, you didn't go. This is
books was
bullshit.
like $400. I was like, this has to be a joke. It was like 3 something. And I like rounded it up to 4. My jaw was on the floor. My, like,
Number 4.
But since then, this college has been in some hot water. I don't even think it's around anymore.
Oh, fuck screen recording.
You inspired me to go to college. Did I?
She didn't go. What is wrong with people? She didn't go.
Oh my god. I hate how she acts. Like, she's so oblivious. Alina, if you don't like how I act, honey, I really don't think you should spend this hour with me.
Honey, so patronizing.
Are you not posting because you have a girlfriend there? Thank you so much for the super chat. And maybe... No, I'm joking. I literally do not have a girlfriend here. No.
Oh, you don't?
She doesn't have a girlfriend here, but she may have a girlfriend generally. So this is the bit that Apathetic has included where we see the cat. So let's watch this.
Have a girlfriend? Just like you said you didn't get a new cat, yet we can see him right here. Crazy to me that she has this little kitten.
after everything she's done, her reputation, her lack of walking her dogs, her multiple times where she was meant to microchip her pets and didn't, meant to have rarity spayed and she didn't, she has shown over and over and over again that she is not a responsible pet owner, and it is crazy to me, like really crazy to me, that she's had another cat. And also, how is this kitten here? Like, did she lock it in a different room and it's got out? Was she just hoping that it wouldn't jump behind her? I really don't know. When we get to the next live, we'll touch a bit more on the cat stuff, so I'm not going to say too much about it now. But yeah, crazy that the cat jumped past her and she just seemed like she didn't even notice. And the internet was going fucking mad. Everybody was talking about this. Everybody knew we had seen Amber's new cat. She's a fucking barefaced liar. It also proves, by the way, that Hecticana's source, the source which may potentially, hypothetically, in theory, allegedly, be talking to other people as well, this source is clearly, legit, because they told us about Romeo, and lo and behold, there he is, and his name is Romeo. So just think that's quite funny and quite telling about the potential validity of any other tea that may get spilled.
Do you have a girlfriend? So, like I said, I don't, but I'm not talking about my love life anymore, cornbread. She literally responds to everyone. She's literally going as fast as she can go. I know, for real. And I remember, I was trying so hard to keep up one time. It was literally just like 2 weeks ago. And people were like, oh my God, you're manic. It's just hard. It's just really genuinely hard. If I took the time...
It's not hard. All you have to do is sit there, look at the chat, and reply to what people are saying. You don't get that many super chats, so when you get one, respond to it. It's not hard. Your job is not hard. You don't know the meaning of the word hard. Oh, she's so insufferable.
Time to respond to every single comment. I genuinely, it would not flow. So I tried the best that I can, and I'm sorry. Are your hands itchy again? No, they're not itchy again.
This hand itching thing is really interesting. So in the most recent video that she posted, she talked about this potential liver failure and this itchy hand thing. She hasn't uploaded since. So we were left hanging once again on the whole liver function thing. I do have to ask if the reason that she didn't post is because she did get bad news about that, and she didn't want people to be messaging and commenting and asking for an update. So she thought if she left a massive period of time, nobody would think about it. Maybe, don't know. Could also just be that she's lazy and doesn't want to do her job. I'm not sure.
And it's just Wasabi was playing. Me and Wasabi like to play. And so I have a...
So these scratches were not from Wasabi. They were from Romeo. So she's just a fucking liar.
Scratches. You know how cats are when they're on their back and they're playing.
Yeah, you know how kittens are super playful and scratchy.
Like that. And I'm allergic to cats, so...
I'm allergic to cats. Good thing you have too. I'm going to take a small break, go and eat some raspberries, and then we're going to come back and watch the next one. Okay, so we're back. This next video is the next live stream that Amber did immediately after the one we just watched. She did it a day after, so she did this on the Tuesday. So she's trying to make us think that on the Sunday she did the live stream, then on the Monday she went to the vet, even though her mum was working probably and couldn't take her to the vet, but whatever. So this is now streamed on the Tuesday, which is the day after she allegedly went to the vet, her words. Cool, let's go ahead and watch this one together. It's another one that I've skipped the little intro. I love Apathetic's intro, it's really funny, but I don't have anything to say about it, so we'll skip that. Okay, we're ready. Let's see what lovely things Amber is going to say in this live stream about her little new cat.
Hey girls, in tonight's live stream, Amber is hounded with questions from her members, including super chats, asking her to please address the sighting of a kitten in her live stream from 2 nights ago. She ignores any and all questions, until eventually, that's all the chat becomes, and she can no longer evade it.
So we've seen Amber do this before. There have been times where Amber knows exactly what people are talking about, but she plays dumb in her live because she doesn't want to address it. It's funny to me because she sold these live streams to her members as a place where she would discuss tea and stuff, but all she does is ignore comments and ignore what people want to say. We'll let this flow and just see the stuff that she says when she's trying to pretend that she doesn't know what we're talking about. I don't know why she did this, because we all know, so I don't really understand why she's trying to pretend here, because it's really clear that everybody knows that she has this cat. We've literally seen the cat. So I just can't fathom why she would pretend that we didn't see it. It's actually really strange. I don't know if any of you guys have any theories of why she would have done that, because there's no way to convince people they didn't see what they literally saw. So I find that strange. Anyway, over to you, Amber. Let's have a little look at how this unfolded.
What was that thing in the background last time? That thing? I have no idea.
Like, how dumb? Like, how dumb do you have to be? Why are you doing that? This 6-piece no dip.
Wasn't a
Funny.
thing behind me. I don't really know. I know people are saying that there was someone here with a checkered shirt. I think you guys are probably referring to this.
This, you can see it happening right here. It's literally like textbook gaslighting. Like, oh, you guys are probably talking about this, right? You must be talking about this. Oh, this must be what you meant. And then say something completely unrelated. No, you know exactly what we're talking about. This person, 6-piece no dip, knows exactly what the fuck they're doing. The moving little thing. Like, girl, we're not dumb. We know. And literally Abby right there. Girl, don't play dumb. Yeah, T.
This is what I usually have you guys leaned up against, but I'm using my tripod today, so it actually worked out really good.
6-piece no dip. No, I saw something fuzzy. Yeah, you're a liar. There was a furry baby. Just start digging your grave. All of these comments are like, what? Why are we being treated like we're dumb? Yeah, this is just, she can't avoid it. And the thing is that these are her own followers. So these are her members who are chatting. So if anyone is going to be supportive of her or like her or listen to her bullshit, it's her members. But even her members, even the dumbest Amberlynn supporters, I'm not saying that all her members are dumb. Hell, I'm a member, so, you know, but I'm only a member to get the tea for you guys. Even her members don't want to be spoken to like they're dumb, and they saw it. So this is just silly from Amber. Why did she do this? I can't understand. Anyway, let's let this play.
Sure, you can say kitten on here. Sorry, I genuinely can't. How's Twinkie?
Genuinely can't what? Face your own fucking lying. Also, we do want to see Twinkie.
Really good. Thank you for asking. Twinkie's doing really good. Where art thou, Romeo? I used to say that all.
I don't know where the comment is where somebody's put, where art thou, Romeo? And funny that she would address that before she admits that there's a cat called Romeo. But anyway, yeah. So just in case any of you were wondering, if you pick up your copy of Romeo and Juliet and turn to page 59, I believe it's page 59. Yeah, here it is. O Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo? Wherefore? It's not where art thou, it's wherefore art thou. And for once, Amber actually knows something, although I think she probably Googled it after she named the cat. Wherefore, in Shakespearean English, does mean why. So, yeah, why are you Romeo? As in, like, why is your name Romeo? Juliet then goes on to say, 'tis but thy name that is my enemy. So the problem is Romeo's name, because he's a Montague. And then I think there's a line where that really famous a rose by any other name would smell as sweet comes from. She's basically saying, why do you have to have the name Montague? Can you not be named something else? You guys already fucking know this. Speaking of roses, that reminds me about my rose tattoo. Amber, do you like this rose tattoo? Because it's quite nice, isn't it? Anyway, yeah, just funny that we're being schooled by Amberlynn Reid. Anyway, let's put that down and carry on. Let's see how long it takes her to show us the cat.
All the literal time. And it seems like it's asking, like, where is Romeo? But it's asking, like, why is Romeo Romeo? Because, like, in Romeo and Juliet, it's like Juliet's in love with Romeo, and she's just like, why is Romeo Romeo? Because they're supposed to be, like, enemies or whatever.
Yeah,
Girl,
well, it's more why is Romeo a Montague, but yeah, pretty much. So just to be clear for everyone who's not sure, wherefore in Shakespearean English means why. It does mean why. Anyway, let's carry on.
What do they want for that? Feet pics? Wait, what? I would never
Look at that. You cannot ignore the cat questions. It's condescending. We all saw it. Yeah. I mean, even people who are her real fans are saying that. Anyway, sorry. Let's listen to what she's actually saying. I'm just obsessed with the chat because it's like calling her out so much, which I love.
The feet pic.
Jesus.
I hate feet pics. I'm not a feet girly, I will say. Girl, when are you posting again? Soon. Oh my God, I'm telling you, I'm never going on 100 milligrams of Zoloft again. I am sticking to the 50 milligrams because
She's so performative. I'm telling you, I'm never going on that. Like, yeah, whatever. Girl, you took it for 4 days. You have no fucking clue.
that shit like changed my life.
Look at these comments, man. Did you lock up your new cat today so she doesn't appear on stream this time? So he doesn't appear on stream this time? She must have done. Which is sad, actually.
And thankfully my doctor's super understanding and he was like, oh my God, well, if 50 milligrams is working, like just stick to that, you know?
Yeah,
And
I'm
I don't
sure
know.
her doctor was like, oh my God, if 50 milligrams is working, just stick to that, you know? I'm sure that's exactly how the doctor said it. Sorry, that's nitpicky.
Something about like filming a vlog and like opening my life like even more. I don't know, something about that just doesn't seem enticing to me right now.
It's because she has this cat. So she's worried that if she films, she will have to mention the cat. So now the cat is out, out of the bag, if you will. I imagine we're going to see some vlogs again soon because she knows that she can show the cat because we all know about it. So,
Which sounds kind of hectic, but happy wing day from your resident fly. What? Thank you for the super chat. That's so funny. Okay, so I think we missed a super chat or two, did we? Um and thank you everyone for like the super chats. Thank you everyone for just being here, silent viewers, like everybody.
she's thanking them because, you know, they're paying money, but this is her way of basically addressing all of the super chats that she doesn't actually want to address because they're all about this cat. This one here, nobody cares, talk
Hello,
about the cat.
hello. Stop the acts. Oh my God, I'm not an actress, Lynn, I'll tell you
You
that.
literally are. And you're about to admit it in a second. It's just... This is wild, man. This is wild. I love Girlworld. It is the gift that just fucking truly keeps on giving. Also, I am going to start covering glitter and lasers soon. So we're going to go Foodie Beauty, glitter and lasers, and Amber. So the three main girls I'm going to cover. There's a couple of irrelevant people who are like trying to get noticed, but I'm not going to be covering them because they're boring.
Thanks for telling us about Chi. My hair is so much shinier now. Oh my God, it's literally amazing. And thank you so much for the super chat.
I love
I'm
that. Look, it's gone now. Sorry, but it was. Can you stop gaslighting and show us the cat? Yeah, like the chat is doing what the chat is supposed to do. Gaslight Lynn tonight. Yeah, totally, totally.
so glad that I recommended that and you enjoy it. Yay. Um,
I love the way Apathetic has added this music and edited this. So this chat pops up from Brian Cook, $5. We know you locked Romeo. Oh, brilliant. Up this stream so he doesn't make another appearance. That's really funny. We're just going to watch this now. Just look at her face and the way she reacts, and you can see her every thought is on her face. Listen, I'm going to have to address this. I can't get past it. I can't believe she even tried. Crazy scenes. Let's have a little look at how this unfolded then, shall we? Look at that face.
holy sh. Um,
You can see her debating, like, oh, should I say anything? What should I do? Also, it's crazy that she blocked the word kitten.
Gabrielle, I'm not purposely lying about anything, so.
She does this, it's semantics. She's not purposefully lying about anything, sure. She's not lying. She's trying to, well, she's lying by omission, you could argue, but she doesn't want to talk about the cat, and she's being forced to talk about the cat. Your job is to share your life. So, you know, people are going to ask you things and you're going to have to respond. If you don't like it, go and get a job in fucking Arby's or something. I'm just looking at all of these comments like, hope you're okay, but please hold yourself accountable. It's fair, very fair. That's not a hating comment. I hope you're okay, but please hold yourself accountable. That's fair. Lying by omission is lying. Interesting. Romeo deserved better than you. I agree. You can see her just umming and ahhing. It's weird, man.
I'll be right back.
There she goes.
Okay.
So she says, I'll be right back. And then she cuts the camera. And then she comes back on. And here she is holding the cat. We all knew it was going to happen. She soft launched Romeo when she said, I'm thinking of getting a cat. Look how cute this cat is in a previous live. We all knew that a cat was probably coming. And then, of course, it was confirmed by Hecticana. So, and here the cat is. I'm very surprised she didn't change the cat's name just to spite everyone and be like, the cat's not called Romeo. Fair enough to her, she admitted the cat's real name. But anyway, so here she is in front of her fans showing the cat. Let's see how much accountability Miss Lynn takes, shall we?
I have a kitten.
We know, girl.
Oh.
We've been known.
Okay. His name is Romeo.
Shocker.
I had to go find him. He was playing with wasabi.
She had to go find him. Was she running around the apartment like, Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou? Oh, wait, no, because wherefore doesn't mean where, it means why.
And I'm going to start crying. There are a multitude of reasons why I like to have boundaries and keep things to myself.
I understand that. I actually do. I would never argue that just because you're a vlogger, you have to show everything. The problem is, she mentioned the cat. She brought Romeo into this because she showed him on a live stream. So you can't be mad. You brought it up. If you want something to be private, don't fucking talk about it. You would have thought she'd have learned this by now. Clearly not.
I feel like I have come to terms with like the fact that I lost Rarity.
No, this is fucked. The fact that she's come in, she's sat down, she's showed us the cat. She hasn't said, sorry guys, listen, I did gaslight you all. I was lying to you all. Or at least, sorry, I was seeing your messages, but I didn't want to talk about the cat. But, you know, I lied. Alright, I lied by omission. Here's the cat. And da-da. Instead of that, she comes in and she starts talking about Rarity. It's weird. Why are you talking about Rarity? She just said she's coming to terms with the fact that Rarity is gone or whatever it is that she just said. If you lose your cat or your pet, you look for it. You look for it for a long time. You don't go, oh, I'm going to leave the state actually and cross my fingers and hope that the cat comes back. No. You don't do that. And you certainly don't go, well, I guess the cat must be gone then. I guess the cat's gone forever. No, you don't come to terms with it. You fight back and try and fucking find it. It's so strange, this language that she uses in it. I don't believe she purposefully unalived Rarity, but it does make it sound like she's accepted the fact that Rarity's not coming back, and I don't think that helps her cause. That's not what she should be doing. She should be trying actively to do everything she can until she gets answers. And I understand you can't actively look for an animal for years and years and years necessarily, but you don't need to accept that they're gone. You can live in a state of, man, I hope that cat comes back, I wonder where they are. You don't start saying, well, I guess I've accepted that they're gone. I don't know, I don't think so. If I lost, like, God forbid, if I lost Molly, I would be looking for her at every single turn. Everywhere I drove, I'd be like, is that Molly? Every dog I saw, I'd be like, is that Molly? Is that Molly? I would constantly be hoping that she would come home. I wouldn't, like, I'm going to cry just talking about it, but I would never dream of accepting that that animal was gone unless I saw hard evidence of that fact. So she's just weird. The way she behaves around cats is weird. Her behaviour is not the behaviour of a normal pet owner. I don't think so anyway.
I've come to terms that like I might never get her back, but there is always that chance that I will. I have look how precious. Like, I have, like, hope.
It's weird that, like, I'm sad, but I'm excited. I'm hoping that maybe I might get her back one day. Look how precious this cat is, but I'm still really sad about Rarity. Why are you conflating these two cats? It's just strange. I know it's because she thinks people are going to do it to her, and they are, because she said she wasn't going to get another cat, and yet here she is. She goes, I want Rarity. I need Rarity back, but I might get another cat. Just weird to me. Anyway, I'm talking too much. Let's let her carry on a bit.
And, you know, that she'll be found, and like I mourned losing her. Like
that is weird. So I'm hoping she'll be found is passive language for a start, but I mourned losing her. Mourning is what you do when someone is no longer alive. You don't mourn a cat that you lost because you don't know what's happened to it. And you're not going to just find out. You need to do something to make it happen. You're not going to sit in a state a 19-hour drive away and be like, man, I hope my cat comes back. Girl, take action. This is fucked.
Was my everything, and you guys know that.
No, we don't. We don't know that. If she was your everything, why did you move her from, I can't remember exactly where, but it was like Florida to Kentucky to Oklahoma to Wisconsin. Like, why did you do all that if she was your everything? Why didn't she have a microchip? Fuck off out of here with that shit. No way. She was not your everything. You're a fucking liar. Sorry, this rarity stuff gets me riled up, man.
I would do... Anyways, like...
It kinda seemed like she was gonna say she'd do anything to get Rarity back. But remember when just 2 days ago she said this?
So I'm just going to pause for a sec. So she says, I would do, and then she stops. Because she wants to say, I would do anything to get Rarity back. But she doesn't say that because she wouldn't do anything to get Rarity back. If you would do anything to get your animal back, you would go to the place where the animal is, you would rent a temporary apartment, an Airbnb, and a hotel room. You would make more content so that you earn more money so that you can afford to pay for it. And you would go out every day trying to find that cat. You would go to every shelter. You would put posters up every single day. You do not go to a different state and then say, I hope I get the cat back. Girl, you're not looking for the cat. It just, the logic is not fucking logicking.
You ever come back to Wisconsin? Why?
That. So someone says to her, would you ever come back to Wisconsin? And she goes, why? Like, what do you mean why? If someone says to you, hey, would you ever go back to Wisconsin? The first thing you'd go is, yeah, because my cat's there. Just fucking fuckery, man. Sorry, guys. I'm mad. The people in gorlworld, honestly, like children, animals, is there no limit to the depths that we will fall to, or these girls will fall to?
Why would I? Nothing I say will ever matter. But I lost a part of me when I lost her. You want to go play, baby? Okay, go play. And I told myself I was never going to get another cat.
Will you get another pet anytime soon? No, absolutely not. I'm still waiting for Rarity to come home.
Well, I will just say that clip was January, which is 7 months ago. So I think we do need to admit that her saying that 7 months ago does, there is potential for her changing her mind in that time. I don't think we need to hold people to every single thing they've ever said. It's more themes of behaviour that continue through a period, if that makes sense. There's some comments here. You replaced Rarity. Yeah, when all else fails, cry. Oh, God.
Then my stepbrother had kittens and my mom was going to take one. And they were like, Amberlynn, like, we see how much you miss Rarity. This could, like, bring that, like, fun... Because Rarity and Wasabi are two completely different type of cats.
I'm just pausing. She said... So they said to her, get another cat because that could bring back... And then she stops talking. But what she was going to say there is that could bring back some joy into your life or whatever. But that would be you replacing Rarity. And this whole, like, replacing animals thing, an animal, if it passes away, there's no rule, okay? There's no rule on how long you have to wait. There really isn't. Everyone processes it differently. Everyone feels different ways. You might be, dead set on the fact that you're not going to get another animal, and then you might meet an animal at a shelter, and you might be like, oh man, this animal is calling out to me. And fair enough. Like, I'm not going to shit on anyone's parade who gets another pet if their pet passes away. Some people need that companionship. Some people are able to grieve the loss of an animal whilst having another animal. I understand that having a break makes sense, but I'm not going to sit there and judge people who don't have a break, because the way you love and take care of your animals is your business, right? The problem is Amber doesn't love and take care of her animals. She might love them. She doesn't love them actively. She loves them passively. And that is the main problem with Amber. She goes, oh, I'm going to love these animals so much and take such good care of them. No, your understanding of how you love something is a passive feeling. It's not an action. Sorry about that car. I mentioned this in another video, so I'm not going to bang on about it here, but Amber doesn't know what love is. She really doesn't. She thinks love is control. She thinks love is a feeling, and it's not.
Wasabi is like low-key. Rarity was in everything.
Was.
Like loud.
Was. You don't say was about a cat that you don't know is alive or not.
Like, and it was just more quiet. And Romeo has brought like people always like said, like, when you lose a pet, people always get a new pet to like help. And like I never understood. But now I get it. Wasabi's happy and plays with Romeo and they cuddle, and it's just so fun to see them like play together. And like,
Do you think Wasabi is lonely? No, he's really happy. He's a happy little kitty for sure.
it's like brought out something in Wasabi, brought out something in Twinkie, brought out something in me. And Rarity's name was Rarity Gray.
Was,
as you guys
again.
know. So
Sorry, I'm a bit delayed with my responses here, but Rarity's name was Rarity Gray. So suspicious, man.
I named him Romeo Ray. So Rarity's like memory would always like be here.
So
This
that,
really-
I think that's a bit weird. I do think that's a bit weird.
It feels more like she's just replacing Rarity.
I almost felt like this kitten was like meant to be in my life. He's still right here. He's so sweet. We cuddle every night. He cuddles.
So there's no, like, I don't believe anyway there's a meant to be about it. Amber did this before. She said, if it's in my future, it's in my future. There's no, like, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be kind of thing. It it happens because you make it happen. And if you're not ready for a pet, you shouldn't get one. And if you are ready, you should get one. You've shown time and time and time and time and time a fucking again that you don't know how to take care of animals. So, in my opinion, you shouldn't be getting another one. And also, it's giving Lenny. It's giving Lenny in Of Mice and Men. That's really weird because that's two texts that I studied at A-level in one video. But you know, Lenny has this little mouse. Is it a mouse? I think it is. And he's like petting it so hard that it dies. I feel like Amber's a bit of that. It's like she wants to be loved. She wants to love this thing so hard that she squeezes it to death. But what she actually wants is for it to love her back. Let's listen to more of this shit, shall we?
With Wasabi, it feels like it was like meant to be. Yesterday was his first round of vaccines, and we have to go do 2 more rounds. And on his 3rd round, he's going to get fixed, and I'm nervous about that. Like, obviously, that's hard because you have to go like under anesthesia and like the whole 9, you know? People like just view me as a way that's like not real. So it's easier to just not say anything. But
People view her in a way that is evidenced in her online history. And that's the truth. She is negligent. She is. And she should not have animals in her care. I don't think she should. And she certainly should not be getting another animal when she doesn't even take care of the one she's got. Anyway, I'm a broken record. Let's just shut up and let her carry on.
I've had Rarity for a decade. Something was missing. Like, I see these mean things said, like, Rarity's never going to be found, Rarity this or that, but like I still have that like hope. And if that's
Hope is so passive though. What are you going to do with that hope? How many leaflets have you handed out? How many walks have you been on to try and find her? How many shelters have you called? What have you actually done to find her? Fucking sweet fuck all.
the case, then she's gonna come back home, and I'm gonna have 4 babies, and I'm gonna take care of them. And
Rarity's not going to come back home. She's not going to walk fucking 19 hours of driving's worth of walking from Wisconsin to Oklahoma. And just, by the way, sorry if the way I pronounce Wisconsin is wrong. Somebody commented about it, but I literally don't know how I'm supposed to pronounce it. So please correct me in the comments. But the cat's not going to turn up. You know, it's going to take manpower and effort and money to find the cat. If you want to make that happen, or at least try, then that's what you need to do. But you're not going to. You're going to sit at home and wallow and cry and get a new cat and just hope that you feel better. Fuck off out of here, man. Such bullshit.
I'm gonna love them, and I'm gonna give them my everything.
How in the world are you gonna care for 4 animals? She can barely take care of the ones she has. Poor Twonk needed help a long time ago. We don't even see her in videos or live streams anymore. But the pet policy at her apartment complex clearly states they only allow 2 pets per household. Later in this stream, she'll claim her apartment complex knows of Romeo, and they've even commented on how cute he is.
But this is why I did not want to talk about this. This is why. Like, genuinely, because it's like...
But the thing is that, and I have said this already, she can go, like, I respect her right to not talk about whatever she doesn't want to talk about, but she brought this up. She told us about the cat, so it's her fault. She's the one who mentioned it. If you don't want anyone to know, don't fucking talk about it. Although, I do think that it would have got out anyway. But, whatever. It's just, this is your fault.
Like, what do I say? And, like, seeing people say that I'm replacing Rarity is, like, the sickest thing I've ever seen. Like, you don't say that to someone, like, who loses their dog or their dog passes away and then they get another one. Like, I'm gonna bring up FFG. You know, she put down both of her dogs and immediately got 2 more.
She put down both of her dogs is a wild way to word that. She put down both of her dogs makes it sound like she... Oh man, it makes it sound like she did it on purpose, she wanted it, it was her choice. No. FFG did not have a choice about that. One of the dogs was very unwell, so it had to be put down. The 2 dogs were extremely close, and the second dog died shortly thereafter. That's not FFG's fault. Of course not. She didn't, and I have it on good authority that she was distraught about that. FFG also tweeted about this. I'll put the tweet here, so you can pause to read that. That's FFG's response. But the Amber trying to bring up the fact that FFG got a couple of new dogs after her dogs passed away is not the same, because FFG was a responsible dog owner and Amber was not a responsible cat owner. There's a comment here as well where someone says, as long as you get them chipped, you're good. I mean, you're not, but you, at the bare minimum, you need to have them chipped. Anyway, I think she gets into the microchipping thing.
That's what people do. And so I take care of all of them and love them, and like, Romeo's so sweet, like, genuinely. Like, we cuddle, we play so much. That's why I have, like, scratches all over from him, for the lack of a better word. Like, it's been a
Also, just to say, she's got scratches all over herself from Romeo. In the previous stream that we just watched, she claims that those scratches are from Wasabi, so that's her fucking lying again. What's new? But yeah.
blessing for me. It's been a blessing for Wasabi. It's been a blessing for Twinkie. It's been a blessing just for my home. And now me and my mom both have kittens from the same litter, and we think that's really cute. My mom also has scratches all over her hands from her kitten, which she named Adrian, by the way. I just feel really lucky, like, he was meant to be in my life, and you know, my apartment complex thinks he's adorable, and it's just like, it sucks that, like, I have to be forced into like saying things that I don't want to say. Oh my god, my face is swollen from crying. Fun.
Nobody's forced her. She brought it up. She told us about the fact that she might get the cat. So this is her fault. I know I've said that before, but it is important to just really make that clear. She's trying to act like a victim here and say, I was forced to do it. No, you told us about the cat. Granted, Hecticana confirmed, but we knew the cat was coming because you showed us the cat in Alive. So,
because I don't really cry that much anymore, so when I do, my face gets super fucking swollen. Holy. And it's like, it's not that I was lying, it's just that I wasn't speaking about it. And I feel like being on YouTube or just being a public figure in general, whether it's TikTok or whatever. Whisker, thank you. Exactly. I do like, this is like, oh, like, this has genuinely been bothering me. Whisker said, girl, you're allowed to have pets, just take care of them properly. Exactly.
And she's missed the point there, because what that person's trying to say is you can have pets but take care of them properly, but you don't take care of your pets properly. It's just funny that that one went straight over her head there.
Like, I was talking to my mom and my friends about this. I get it. Like, in my early mid-20s, like, I've made mistakes.
I'm just desperate to run it back to the videos of Rarity trying to get out of that cat carrier when she was about to be driven for 19 hours with no microchip. I'm just trying to run it back to whenever it was that she went out to get food and left Twinkie at home not feeling well and claimed that there was no emergency vet near her when there absolutely fucking was. Just, I'm sick of her lying. Sorry, I'm just sick of it.
As a pet owner, 100%. I am now fixing to be 35.
Don't we know it?
As an inexperienced pet owner over a decade ago, sure, I made
Girl, the drive to Wisconsin was last year. Pipe down.
mistakes.
Sorry guys, my earphones died, so that's why I've suddenly switched earphones in the middle of the video. Okay, let's carry on.
Oh, sure, I've made mistakes.
It was less than a year ago when you packed up all your animals and dragged them on a 19-hour road trip just to visit your girlfriend in Wisconsin. It wasn't supposed to be a long trip. People warned you not to take them, but you didn't want anyone, not even your mom, in your apartment while you were gone. So you loaded them up, showed us how stressed Rarity was the entire time in her cat carrier, and took them with you. No microchips, no kitty collars, no way to identify.
Oh shit, I haven't seen these. I can't believe she took her cats all that way with no collar. I take Molly's collar off at night time because it jingle jangles and it wakes me up when I'm trying to sleep. So I will take her collar off at night time, and then if I pop out the next morning to just like go to Tesco, I will always put Molly's collar on, just in the tiny off chance that the house gets broken into or something awful happens and she gets out somehow and runs. So she's got her fucking collar on. Like always, always. It's just so negligent. It's absolutely negligent. Only people who don't have animals or who abuse and don't know how to take care of animals would think that it's not negligent to not have a microchip and a collar on a cat, which you're taking any distance, which you're having at all, but taking it any distance in particular. It's fucking so bad.
Identify them if they ever got out hundreds of miles away from home.
And I sat there and I was talking to my mom, and I was like, one of the most painful things that people say about me is that like I'm an animal abuser and I don't take care of animals and stuff. And I literally looked at my mom and I was like, I almost want to ask them, what should I do better?
Microchip your pets. Get them seen by a vet regularly. Get a dog walker for Twinkie, who takes Twinkie out every single day. Take her for grooming and to have her nails cut. Take Wasabi for regular groomings because he's a long-haired cat. Feed them at regular meal times, the right amount of food. Keep up with all of their basic and complex needs. That's what you need to do. Don't get another cat while the cats that you currently have, the status of them are needing a groom, missing. That's it. The best thing you could do is admit that you're not capable of taking proper care of them and rehome them to somebody who will. That's what you should do, I think.
Because I do everything I can.
No, you don't.
I do everything I can to be a good fur mama because I love them literally more than I love myself. And it's like, we learn from our mistakes. Being a TikToker, being a YouTuber, being a whatever, just being a person, being a fucking teacher or being a surgeon, it doesn't matter. We're allowed to have like personal parts of us that we don't share. Me not telling you guys about Romeo was never to lie. It wasn't me lying. I never lied about it. It was just something that I did not want to talk about for this very reason. Cass, thank you for the super chat. The thing on Twinkie's side is a fatty tumor. I already took her to the vet for it multiple times.
She says it's multiple times, but there was a video not that long ago where she says she took her to the vet for it once. And then, as this is what I remember anyway, and then because the vet said that it was nothing to worry about at the time, she was just like, cool, and then never took her again. So I don't think she's paying money to have a second opinion on a tumour which she's already had seen once. But maybe she is. I don't know.
Especially as of recently, and they said
there's no X in especially.
Just a fatty tumor and that a lot of dogs get it. They said nothing's wrong. I have requested them to do a biopsy and they said that it would be
a lie. That was a lie. She goes, I have requested them to do a biopsy, and she looks off to the side. Lie, I think anyway.
More risky to do that because it's very obvious it's a fatty tumor. I don't know. I did get a second opinion though. Like one of the times when I was vlogging and I was sitting in a room and I was vlogging and I was like, hi, I'm at the vet, blah, 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 and I never told you guys why. It was literally because of that, because I wanted them to do a biopsy of it, but they were like, it's literally just a fatty tumor. But I messaged you to come out with the truth and face it. Now there's no more hiding it. It's not that I was hiding it, simply me. By the way, thank you for the super chat. It's just like the way people are with me, I did not want to deal with it because my mental health has been so good and I knew it was going to make me cry because I knew I was going to have to talk about Rarity, and that is a tough subject for me. Yes, there are microchips today. I've already actually talked about that.
Okay, so she just said, yes, they were microchipped today. I'll play it again here.
Yes, there are microchips today.
Hi guys, just piping up here to correct myself. So I thought that Amber said the pets were microchipped today. What she actually did was respond to this comment here from this person called Tay, who asks if the pets were microchipped. So Amber is saying, yes, they are microchipped, Tay, not, yeah, they were microchipped today. So sorry about that. If there's an awkward cut here, it's because I've removed a bunch of seconds of myself explaining how they can't have been microchipped today, but just ignore that because actually it was my mistake.
A member's live stream. But Romeo doesn't get chipped until they said that they want to chip him when he gets fixed, which is already scheduled, because they said that the needle is a lot bigger than vaccination needles, is what they said. It was so cute. Baby. And you know what's funny? Me and my friend were laughing because this baby's excited right now. Oh my god, he cuddles so cute. Like, trust me, I have been like wanting to share my love for this little baby and how much him and Wasabi get along and just how amazing it's been. Like, trust me, I've wanted to. Genuinely, when I see Romeo and Wasabi like cuddling or playing, my heart swells. I feel my heart genuinely swell. So now I have 2 litter boxes because with 2 cats, you need 2 litter boxes.
Girl, you're telling on yourself. You had 2 cats before, so you're saying you didn't have 2 litter boxes for Wasabi and Rarity, but Wasabi and Romeo get 2? Tell us you favor Romeo over Rarity without telling us you favor Romeo over Rarity. Oh, and remember when she admitted to throwing the entire litter box away and buying new ones instead of cleaning them?
I was scared. I was like, oh my god, is Wasabi gonna think like, oh, this is my house, I gotta, not at all. Like, it's been so good. And like Wasabi like bathed Romeo and it's just really cute. I'm gonna Wasabi take the new little one. Perfect. Perfect. I was really worried about that. And my mom also has a cat, so she was worried about that too. But they get along. Wasabi and Romeo, it's been great. Wasabi is a really good cat. Like, always just been perfection. Like, but you have no reason to go back to Wisconsin, right? That's what you said on Sunday. Yeah, me and Tommy talked about it a long hot minute ago that if Rarity was ever found, then she would bring me Rarity. So
I think if Rarity was ever found, Tommy would know a lot better than to take the cat back to the person who they know allegedly let them out. Also, who was physically abusive towards them. I don't think Tommy/Emily is on very good terms with Amber, and let's just leave it there, shall we?
I'm gonna keep the things that I love the most off the internet, but I wanted to show you guys Romeo because I was being hounded by it. I'm not gonna squish the cat. What the Romeo thinks my hair is a toy.
Blech.
How did Hecticana
I'm gonna be sick.
know about Romeo? I know exactly who told Hecticana,
She doesn't.
and Hecticana thinks that he has one up on me.
He does. And he's not the only one.
But no, I literally know exactly who it is. Like, exactly who it is. Who was it?
She doesn't.
I will not be saying their name. But if Hecticana wants to message me privately, I will happily tell him. I will.
She's so cocky for somebody who is on the edge of being absolutely ruined. Anyway, I dare say all will be revealed.
Happily tell him. But I'm not one to dox, so I'm not going to.
I'm not one to dox. Okay? That's what she just said. I'm not one to dox. Speaking of which, at the time, there's this screen, like you got Mr. Screen, this chat, like you got Mr. Snowflake's info. Let's listen to what she says about that. Bearing in mind, she just said, I'm not one to dox.
Like you got Snowflake's info. Dear Heavenly Father, grace me upon your presence.
Dear Heavenly Father, grace be upon your presence. Okay, cool. Religious Lynn, love it.
Let Romeo do what he wants when he wants 9 times out of 10. Like, obviously I teach him right from wrong. Like, don't chew my like phone cords. Don't, Girl, he hasn't put any of his info out there. You can't just Google reverse a photo. Okay, I'm gonna go a little bit more deeper into this scandal. So my friend put the photo in.
So this person, this friend who Amber's talking about, I don't think this person exists. I think that Amber is the one who did this. Okay, so I think that Amber wanted to try and have something over Mr. Snowflake. She's failed miserably, but this is her telling everyone on her public live stream how she allegedly got Mr. Snowflake's information that she says she has. So this is her now about to tell everyone how she did that, allegedly. So that, it's not quite doxing, but it's basically saying, hey guys, this is how one would dox this person if they wanted to, and this is how I did it. It's like laying a breadcrumb trail. Luckily, Mr. Snowflake doesn't give a fuck, which makes it really quite funny, but it's just stupid. She just says she doesn't want to dox and then does this. Like, girl, please.
Google reverse, which then made his Facebook pop up. I forget what she said, but then it like directed her to his ex-wife's, I thought it was a blog. Turns out it's not, because I just saw a screenshot of it one time when my friend sent this to me. But it's not a blog. It's actually like her actual job is on this like website or whatever. I just have the screenshots from my friend, and that is genuinely it. And I've even had to like, I'm not gonna lie about it, I like low-key had to defend Snowflake for a minute there, because my friend ended up going down a rabbit hole. And I guess someone with like his same name, literally where he's from, used to be like a nurse, and then the nurse had sex with a patient or something crazy. I hate Snowflake, I'm not gonna lie about it, but there's no fucking way that
I dare say the feeling is mutual.
was him. You know, so I literally was like,
Actually, I don't think Flake cares enough about her to hate her. But anyway, she's saying here that she's stuck up for Snowflake because she doesn't think that he would do this. She's claiming that somebody who has the same name as Mr. Snowflake allegedly was a nurse and slept with one of their patients, and she had to defend to her friend that doesn't exist, that this person was not our Mr. Snowflake, but was in fact some other person who has the same name as Flake. Like, sure, sis. And yet you also are the very one who said that you wouldn't feel safe being in a room with Mr. Snowflake, and that you claim that Mr. Snowflake SA'd you when he's never even been in the same country as you. So, oh god, she's just absolutely fucking insufferable. Oh Christ. Anyway, yeah, I don't like doxing, guys, but here is exactly how one would dox somebody if they wanted to. Pfft. Stupid.
Sticking up for him because people have the same name. I don't care about these people. I mean, I understand they care about me. Their whole income is based off of me, but I just don't care.
Mr. Snowflake's whole income is not based off her, and I also think that a lot of channels are diversifying, myself included, because we've realised that Amber is, put it this way, Amberlynn content is not sustainable, I don't think. So a lot of people are moving away and diversifying, and I think she can't stand that. We've seen Zachary and Michael do it. I'm diversifying a little bit, and I think that as time goes on, her views are going to go down and down and down and down and down, and she's going to be becoming even messier to try and get those views back up, but by that point nobody will care. Well, once again, there we have it. Thank you so much for watching with me. I really enjoyed watching a bit of that. It took me ages. I've been filming for about 2 hours and 20 minutes, so bloody hell, I'm going to cut as much of that out as I can. I think that those of you who are interested in the Amberverse should keep your eyes peeled and keep your ear to the ground, because I dare say things are going to get interesting. There's going to be more stuff coming from me. Going to do some foodie beauty, going to do some glitter and lasers, as I've said. I'm really enjoying talking about people that aren't just Amber. It gives me, a nice range of things to talk about. So thank you all very much for your support and your time. And yeah, I think I'll leave it there. I'll see you guys in my next video.